Boom! Oh, wait. Sorry, what? Actually, I'm the only one live. Go ahead and ask your question while I sit here quietly, making them all contemplate what in the world we're talking about. Alright. Alright. Well. Wait. Oh. I was drinking some coffee, man. Okay. There we go. Alright. So, you guys are live now.
When my pizza gets here, I will be getting off for a little bit.
Okay.
Nobody wants to hear me try and eat with a cough like this, for sure. Not that I do mukbang in the first place.
I was about to say, I don't know. I mean, there's
It's only mukbang if you know, have the video. It's otherwise it's just eating on stream. What? Why do I?
Hello?
Okay.
That's a ringtone, apparently.
I was gonna ask why I hear
just
the directors of the School of Preaching's music soundtrack from across the way. Right. What in the world? How did you spawn so close to my village? Nothing makes sense and reality's a lie.
Finally coming around on that objective reality thing that you keep talking about.
I got to bed and there's already people in here. Oh, it's a great start to the stream. Okay. Well, there we go. It actually worked.
Stupid zombies spawning with their stupid armor.
You at my place still?
No, I'm building a thing at my place.
Hey, I kind of need you to do a thing.
What thing?
Well, you see, for some reason, a Vindicator spawned, like, in my village. So I'm having to lead him away, but I also don't have a, Actually, can I just drown him? Can I get him to drown himself?
I don't believe so. You can certainly attempt it.
No, he can swim.
Exactly what I told you would
But,
happen.
I kind of need someone to get me a bucket of milk. So that, you know, once I kill him, I don't spawn a raid that I then have to...
Can't you just milk your own cows?
I don't have any cows.
Can't you find a cow and milk one?
Actually, I can probably do slightly better. I can probably just despawn him by getting away.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get a bucket.
No, I'm despawning him. It's fine. I'm just going the distance.
I'm not gonna do any of that.
My goodness, my Hercules reference was ignored.
As it should be. Because Hercules was a terrible movie.
Take that back.
No.
It was an overrated movie.
I meant what I said, and I said what I meant.
It was an overrated movie, but it also had
100%.
But it had its moments.
Had a lot of overrated moments. It did.
Yes, it does have a lot of overrated moments.
It's not the worst movie.
It's not even
Disney's ever made.
It's not. Yeah, not even close.
Yeah, because Mulan exists.
Oh, and
Talking about the new one.
Pocahontas. Both of those. Yes.
Even Pocahontas is not as offensive as the new Mulan.
Oh my goodness, I don't have any golden apples over here.
Right, I took them all.
You took them all. It's a good thing I've got apples, I'm pretty sure. I chopped down a lot of trees, so I should have some apples.
You want me to bring you the golden apples back?
I mean, we put it on a hard mode so that I could do this.
Gee, Jub, you think the one thing that I need to do the thing that we've specifically been preparing for all of this time, you think I need that here, where I need them to do the thing?
Oh, no, he's still there.
Would that be a good... Oh, do you want me to go get the milk then, too?
No, I've got buckets, and I got away from him, so I'm just gonna go grab a bucket of milk.
I'm getting the milk, comrade.
I've got buckets, I've got milk. I can find a random cow somewhere.
I thought you said you didn't have milk.
Not on hand, per se. I've only got 2 apples.
Comrade. I swear.
Why do I only have two apples? How in the world do I only have 2 apples?
As much as I'm bankrolling this project, I deserve a cut of the emeralds.
Well, yeah, like, told you you can use it whenever you want. Not sure what you're complaining about.
I'm over here trying to be salty, and you're like, that was the agreement, Chubb. You're aware that was what we planned.
I had to make a bucket. I know I've got other buckets, but I'm too lazy to find them.
I swear, that's the thing with buckets every time. You're like, I have buckets, and then you look through a few chests, and you're like, well, I've completely lost the buckets, and so you make a new bucket, and then immediately after, you find a stack of like 7 buckets that you've made over the course of your adventure because you just keep forgetting where you put all of the buckets. I'm not mad, you're mad.
My grandfather has this theory he's come up with about hammers, which is you can always find a hammer when you don't need it, but you can never find a hammer when you do need it, unless you have something like 3 hammers of every specific kind that you're going to need.
My dad has 7 hammers. We can always find a hammer.
Well, so you've got more than 3 hammers.
Well, the thing is, though, that they're all different varieties of hammer.
Really, though, all you need is the carpenter's hammer, and you can literally do anything you want with it.
I mean, you might need a ball peen hammer if you're doing something very specific.
Nah, you can just tap very lightly with the carpenter's.
Oh, yeah, comrade, explain to me. Yeah, let's just round off one of those nice little rivets without using a ball peen hammer. Let's make the job 1,000 times harder. Let's do that, why don't we, comrade?
Yes, that was what I suggested.
I know it was, but since it was a stupid suggestion, I have elected to ignore it.
I acknowledge that the council has made a decision.
Given that it's a stupid decision, I have decided to ignore it.
Thank you, Samuel L. Jackson.
I love how the council was made to be like this real big deal. It's like, Nick Fury can't do anything without the council's permission, and he just completely ignores them, and nothing ever comes of that.
It's pretty true to the comics, to be honest.
I mean, sure, but like,
he's not supposed. Well,
he can just do whatever he wants.
He's not supposed to. It's more like the government tried to get him to do what they wanted, and he was like, "Yeah, no, we're not doing this."
Yeah, no, yeah, no, yeah, no. It's like that, but with more swearing.
Wasn't Scarlett Johansson also on the council for some reason?
I don't think so, but like I've forgotten so much of early Avengers movies that it's kind of amazing the things that they got
I
to early on.
can't remember if she was supposed to be like standing in for one of the council members, or if she was legitimately one of the council members and she just disguised herself when she was doing council stuff.
I mean, honestly, that sounds like something that would happen, but I have no idea. There's plenty of stuff that's, you know, happened in earlier Avengers movies that I have just completely forgotten. Aside from very specific scenes. Like Nick Fury going, "Sir, I'm going to have to ask you to exit the donut." That's a good scene.
To be honest,
Sure, Man 2.
Hmm?
It was Iron Man 2. Iron Man is chilling in a giant donut on top of a donut store.
Ah, yes.
Eating a box of donuts.
That classic
Where are
scene.
you, by the way?
I'm at the Emerald Farm.
Oh, right, yes. The bit in the middle of nowhere that I forget exists. Oh my goodness, I'm lagging so hard.
I also have a bed here that works, so if you wanna, I presume you flew out to my place, so if you wanna just
listen, buddy, I'm trying to fly out to your place, but like my rockets aren't working. So if you just want to hit me up with the... Alright, you know what? No. No. There are cows right here. There are cows literally.
They spawned in while you went there, man. I had to search for a cow.
What is this?
I got the cow, I killed the Vindicator. Let the record show that I did all that myself.
Let the record show that you're an idiot.
There's also only one bed here. Wow.
Take your apples and go. Or stay, I'm going.
Wow.
This is your place. Waltzes in, kicks man out of his own hole, doesn't elaborate.
Refuses to elaborate, leaves, dies.
Wait, why would he leave? You kicked a man out of his own home.
I don't know, you left after kicking me out. You kicked me out of bed and then left.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna die. I have a totem of undying.
Hey, you died twice. Could go die to Hero Brian. We did that off stream.
We did.
We did.
We did.
We did.
We gonna explain how that worked to our viewers? Or...
Nope. We got
Okay.
killed. We got killed by Hero Brian on a completely vanilla Minecraft server. It was great.
Yeah.
If you know how that works, you know what we did. If you don't know how that works, I'm not explaining
You
it.
don't know what we did. And Dream Thief freaked out about it.
It was funny. I kind of wish I did it live.
Eh.
If somebody other than him gets on, I'm gonna do it to them.
I mean, I can't really think of who else in this group we could actually, get a decent reaction out of.
Home life.
You
But
wouldn't find it
he's
funny.
doing other things. He wouldn't find it very funny. But we could get a
get
pretty
upset.
good reaction. Shadow, she's had
Shadow
Hero.
would know exactly what we've got.
Well, she's had it explained to her, but does she care enough to even remember what in the world it is?
That's another problem. I think we just had our shot and we missed it, and yeah. I mean, we landed it, just no one will ever know.
Well, we did just tell him about it.
Yeah, but no one will see it.
We could try it on him again. He's not here at the moment.
Yeah, comrade, let's just do the same thing that we did.
Well, it's been about a month. He might have forgotten.
No, it hasn't.
Yes, it has.
It's been like a week or two.
No, it's not.
It hasn't been that long.
It was around. It was almost 3 weeks ago. It was pretty early into October.
I feel like that's wrong, but I don't know exactly when it happened, so I can't really dispute you. Aside from, all of the disputes that I just raised.
Well, while we're waiting on Dream Thief to go to bed, the
Thief is left. I'm the one that's not in bed.
oh, well, while I'm waiting on you to go to bed, a Garfield movie. Wait, no, a Garfield cartoon has been announced recently, right? Is it a movie or?
Another. Does that give you a decent idea of my opinion?
It is a new Garfield movie, And Chris Pratt has been given the role of voicing the lasagna-loving feline. That's not a joke. He is...
I know, I saw, and I wish I hadn't. It's one of those things where you're like, I'm not joking, as much as I and everyone around me wishes that I were.
I mean... Listen, I like Chris Pratt, but what in the world?
What are you doing? And
why is he just getting all of the roles? Like I said, I like the guy. I think he's a fantastic actor. What's going on?
Yeah, he's a great actor, but like, why is he voicing Mario and Garfield? Why? Why, comrade?
Well, I don't know. I'm not the... I didn't put him in there.
Hiring. Not the casting director. I don't know any more than you do. I know that we're in the weird timeline.
So I'm going to do a smart. And,
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. I'm going to do a smart, and I'm going to put an entire stack of emeralds at this farm. So if you ever mess up the farm, you can just, instead of just killing the guy and then fishing for a name tag, you can raise the librarian's level up all the way and just buy a name tag.
And then kill.
And then kill him and get a new zombie.
It's like, I'm sorry, but for my error, you're gonna work, and then I'm going to kill you.
I'm sorry, little one.
Really? Tears? They're not for him.
Wow, the toolsmith took a while to become a librarian, but I managed to force him to become one. Okay.
Don't you care about my dreams? Very clearly, I don't even care about your workers' rights, let alone your dreams.
We're only at 18. Let the killing commence.
Pardon?
I said what I said. Separated them. Dropped the thing of weakness. Let's see. Generally, you're supposed to only need about 4 golden apples to do the thing down to 1 per 1 piece of paper. It's not war crimes. They're war crimes. Has he at any point ceased to exist? No, I'm just turning him into a zombie and back again.
That's not the... That's not the deciding factor for war crimes.
Tell me, which is worse? Living in a minecart all your life and occasionally becoming a zombie, or bound bouncing up and down in water for the rest of your life and never becoming
Listen,
a zombie.
I'm not saying I'm any better. I'm just saying.
Your iron farm kills cats.
Oh, whoop-dee-doo. I actually had to modify it so that it was actually a bit more efficient at killing the cats, because the cats would run everywhere and be annoying. So I plugged part of it up, and so now the cats are actually forced into the lava pit because they were causing problems.
Look at this beautiful work of art. Somebody once
So how
told
about you-
me that the world was gonna rule me.
So, I hate you so much sometimes. Like I hope you understand that. I hope you understand it's entirely your fault.
Oh, I do. Ah, man, it takes so long for these guys to turn back. There we go. We're down to 12. Flip the switch! Kill the guy. Not kill. Zombify. Infect? There we go. That's right. You walk a little ways. There we go. How much paper we got?
Oh, we got paper for days.
Well, yeah, but I'm running a paper farm right now, so I was like asking about how much it's created.
The very scientific measurement of paper for days.
It's good enough for me.
Exactly one paper per. Actually, exactly one paper 4 days.
Here's an interesting factoid. If you ever leave a chunk that you are de-zombifying a zombie villager in, he will never despawn as long as you don't go into that chunk. Oh. Trying to think of other bits of news, but the Garfield thing is like...
I mean, it's pretty big news. They're
Oh,
making
wait.
a Garfield movie.
Ah! I almost forgot about this, but this happened... This happened just this... This just happened Saturday, so it was after our... I'm sorry, I'm killing him again. This happened after our last stream. But huge news in the world of American animation. Learning with Pibby. Learning with Pibby. So I don't know if you watched that at all, but I shared that on Discord. And I'm really excited to talk about Learning with Pibby.
Is this that, like, basically Happy Tree Friends, but not quite?
It is reminiscent of Happy Tree Friends, but it's unlike... So the point of Happy Tree Friends is just to be as gory as possible, which is not... does not appear to be the point of Learning with Pibby. Learning with Pibby is the best thing to come out of Adult Swim since Samurai Jack, in my opinion. A lot of people will disagree with me based on the grounds of the fact that people really like Rick and Morty for some reason. So now I can't explain why people like Rick and Morty.
I can. Same reason that people like Big Bang Theory.
Makes them feel smart.
Really terrible jokes with a thin veneer of science makes them feel more clever than they actually are. It's also incredibly nihilistic, which is a very popular philosophy nowadays.
Yeah.
If you ask me to explain why that is, I don't know. Probably has something to do with dodging any and all consequences for your actions.
I mean,
But that's just theory.
a game theory.
A very sound philosophical sociological theory.
Yes, nihilism has never led to any sort of problems.
Except for, you know, a very mild misinterpretation of Nietzsche was basically the catalyst for the Third Reich, but you know.
It's a bit of nihilism between countries, eh?
I don't know.
Well, apparently it's World War II, so... you know, only the most devastating war to ever hit this earth.
Oh, thank goodness. This is my silk touch pickaxe.
I love the fact that I can just constantly trade for, like, one piece of paper for an emerald. It is so outstandingly
Overpowered?
yes. Am I gonna have to tear up a piece of grass here? Oh, shoot. So I have to tear up a piece of grass block, put it right there in front of my door, and then put it in front of this door. There we go. And now the zombies can't break down the door while I'm trading with this villager.
Can't they, though?
No, they may not. So asked them politely.
I mean, no one's ever done anything that you asked them politely not to do. That would just be inconceivable.
You know, I should really make some of this paper into books. That way, if they ever have, like, mending, I can just buy, like, a bunch of mending books for, like, 1 emerald. That would be smart.
Are you going to do that?
Now that I've thought about it, yes.
I mean, I was waiting for you just to kind of sit there and be like, well, I mean,
You know, that'd be work. It's a whole thing.
that would be a thing that I should do. Are you going to? No, but like I should.
What in the world? Somehow I keep flipping this this trap door as I'm trying to talk to him. A book of multi-shot. That's exactly something I have no interest in. Book of channeling. Alright. Bookshelves. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and buy your bookshelf. Give me all the bookshelves you've got. Because
Break bookshelves.
I'm going to break the bookshelves and get a ton more books.
Neat.
Now I have 43 books in case I need to buy 43 books of mending. Only fire aspect 1. Right. Alright, now I have a stack of 64 books, and I've got 5 extra bookshelves. Life's good.
That's good.
He wants to keep giving me bookshelves, though. But I've already got all the bookshelves I want.
Well, then very politely ask him to stop.
I have.
Have you incorporated
Blast Protection 3? That's pretty decent.
I mean,
Wait.
I have Blast Protection 4.
Yeah, it goes all the way up to 5, though, doesn't it?
No.
Does it only go up to 4? Wait.
Protections only go up to 4.
How high does Frostwalker go up to?
Frostwalker is 1. It's an effect, not a protection.
What's Frostwalker 2 do, then?
Frostwalker 2 shouldn't... Maybe it increases the radius? I didn't think that existed.
Have I discovered a weird glitch? Do I need to buy this?
Hold on. I mean, I'm not like the authority.
Maximum level is 2.
What changes when it goes from 1 to 2?
It increases the radius by 1.
If moving on ground, not falling, jumping, or flying, any still water blocks with air above them within a circle radius or square radius of 2+ level around the block being moved to transforms into frosted ice.
I have returned.
Hello.
Yeah, I was about to ask who that was.
Well, see, I can't hear anything, so...
Why I said I was here. Well, see, Jub, you know it's not Jesus, so...
You don't know that.
Well, I now...
Well, the Trump hasn't sounded and the clouds haven't parted, so...
That could have been metaphorical.
Yeah, he could have been joining our...
Likely metaphorical.
He could have been joining our Discord call.
You don't know.
Right. I don't know that.
You don't know for certain that he wouldn't. I mean, you've kind of got me, but at the same time, you really haven't.
Time to start working on my scaffolding situation.
So
I
I have discovered
crystals.
a severe flaw in my plan with the books, in case they have any enchantments that I want.
What are you talking about?
He's talking about his emerald farm and the byproduct that sometimes instead of trading, or along with trading paper for emeralds, he can get enchanted books really cheaply.
Let's see. All right, these sponges need to go into the oven.
So what's the problem there?
The problem was that, you pushed the minecart? What in the world? Wait, who's in the minecart? Yeah. Oh my goodness. He done pushed the minecart. Now I've got to rearrange these yahoos.
I believe the term is yahoos.
I'm sorry.
I just got into the chat to start fights tonight, you know?
I don't care. I don't care why you got into the chat.
Am I being invited to leave now?
You know what? Yes. Yes, you are.
I'll take that invitation as you sent it to the wrong person on accident, so.
Oh.
I wrote
Okay, look,
as Elvis. Okay. Now the question is how long he'll ride the joke for, and about that long.
They didn't want me out there either.
I was gonna say, as Elvis sang, she wrote upon it a return to sender. But you left.
Get in the
and
cart!
ruined it.
My goodness. This guy...
Get in the car!
Get in the freaking car!
It is always time for that reference.
This zombie villager does not want to get in my cart. I can't tell if it's because it's hard mode or not. I don't think so.
Maybe if you were nicer to it. Why don't you just turn it into a villager?
Because he needs the zombie to be
I need at least...
Zombies
I
can kill things.
He won't get in it because it's hard mode.
I don't believe that for a minute.
I just believe that you're incompetent.
He's standing in the middle of the cart and not sitting down.
How would hard mode affect mine carts? My goodness.
I don't know.
I think there's a user error going on here at best.
You want to know what I think?
No.
Oh.
I mean, you left that one way too open. There was no way I was gonna leave that one hanging. 5918.
I'd be insulted if you did.
I had to leave in order to eat food. Okay. Let me look this up. Hard mode. Hard mode. Zombies in carts.
I still think you're off your nut.
Right, Chubb, this is the moment you've been waiting.
Just get good, scrub.
Hard mode. Minecraft. Zombies.
Whoops, did not want to do that. Really didn't want to do that.
Minecraft zombie villager interaction. Behavior.
Is that a real world IRL owl, or is that a Minecraft I did something stupid owl?
Okay.
I burped and it hurt. Ow. I don't really know how that happened. But
Nobody does, Job.
Oh.
There are still scientists trying to figure it out.
You would think that there are.
You don't trust me?
However, there are. Oh, I thought my netherite helmet had broken. Taking it off like an idiot. But the other day I found out that there are scientists that have spent a non-zero amount of time trying to figure out if you could turn a sphere inside out without poking a hole in it. And the answer is yes, assuming that you have a material that can pass through itself. And then just for fun, we throw in the condition that you're not allowed to make any sharp corners.
So the answer is no.
So the answer is no, unless you have a super material that cannot physically exist in the real world. Which is why I hate mathematicians.
It sounds like it's totally worth wasting your time on figuring out.
It's like, can you do this? Yes, assuming that you have access to a material that cannot physically exist. So the answer is no. No, the answer is still yes. I think you're failing to grasp the implications of material that cannot physically exist.
Either that, or they fail to grasp what it means to say they can do something. It's like, actually, I beg to differ. You cannot.
Now I'm just thinking of the self-defense video where he's got the guy in a very weak wrist lock, and he's like, "Touch me with that hand. Touch me with that hand. You cannot."
You cannot. Ah, that's such a good one. Such a classic.
And I
He's not getting in this cart. Please switch it off of hard mode. I'm absolutely positive that's what's preventing this.
All right, normal mode engaged.
Thank you.
I used to find those videos so very funny, but now I find them funny and irritating, because I'm like, you know that there's got to be some idiot out there, or some naive kid that is like, oh, it's really working, and then like actually tries it and gets the crap beat out of him.
He's not getting in this cart. Why are you refusing to get in this cart? My dude, just get in the cart. He's standing in the cart! He's pushing the cart! Did they change it so that he can't get in the cart?
I don't think they changed it so he couldn't get in the cart. I think that you're just doing it wrong.
Well, you come here and do it then.
No, I have better things to do.
Yes, because that's totally the reason you're not going over there right now. Mm-hmm. Totally believable.
I'm building a lava farm.
Yes, you could always use mine.
I mean, I could, but I want my own.
That sounds like selfishness to me.
I wonder if the...
I'm not sure how.
Oh, you don't want to come over to my place and inconvenience me by using my things? That sounds like selfishness.
I guess technically I would be the selfish one because
what
I
in the
don't
world?
want people to walk off with all of my buckets. It's like, actually, you do need to bring your own buckets. You cannot just have them.
Listen, there is a line in between selfishness and fairness. Okay?
Fairness?
I mean,
why is fairness even coming up? Now I'm confused.
Well, because it's not selfish to not want people to just take all of the things that you have. It's like, yes, you can use my machine, but you can't take all of the things that I have to operate the machine.
Are you building the same one as me, or are you building like a bigger one?
I'm building a much smaller one. Because I don't have the same kind of fuel demands that you do.
When you are a full-time miner, it does, not full-time, I guess. When you mine a lot, it does indeed require vast, copious amounts of fuel.
My goodness. Okay.
When you're as amazing at the game as I am.
It has nothing to do with being amazing at the game. It has everything to do with how you play the game.
You're as clinically obsessed with the game as I am.
There you go. Got it. I think he's got it. He's figured it out.
I was about to say. You know it's true.
Search in your heart. You know it to be true.
Shut up, Palpatine.
Especially gay Palpatine. Just the gayest Palpatine I've ever heard.
Kinda kills the intimidation there, doesn't it? That tone of voice.
Well, of course, because I'm using... Oh, I didn't want to use Silk Touch on that. Dang it!
So, Dream Thief. Would it be possible to procure some of the dripstone that you have?
I told you that stuff's free, man. You knock yourself out. There is so much dripstone.
I have too much
that
dripstone.
farm.
Please take the dripstone.
I mean, you don't even have to go there and use any durability to break it. There is a ton in the chest sitting right there.
Sick.
The only rule about using that is to not pick up the last one and then leave the space empty. Tell you what, though, if you turn your sound up and you stand in the middle there where it hasn't grown all the way back up, there's just enough space to sit there, and hearing the water dripping is fantastic. It sounds so good. Whoever designed the dripstone knew what they were doing, that's for sure.
Ha! Got you now.
You're going to the App Store.
What?
I don't know. That's a meme format I've been seeing a lot recently.
Unholy App Store?
It's like you missed the X. You're going to the App Store, and it's just different gifs of people being dragged away by monsters in horror movies and such.
Hmm.
Like, yeah, that's about what that feels like. Just
Alright.
like, no, I don't want to, I do not want to download Epic 7. If I wanted to download Epic 7, I would have done it 3 years ago when the game came out.
The phone begs to differ.
Would you like to download Epic 7? No, it was my exercise app telling me that I need to exercise.
Did you tell it you're busy playing video games and to come back another day?
Basically, I just ignore it.
Okay, so I can now
the thing
reach all of the
I
crystals.
downloaded 2 apps to keep track of my exercise, but I only used one. And
Oh.
the other one chimed in not too long ago that was like, "You haven't exercised in 376 days." And I'm like, "In fact, I have."
Like, if you stayed in the bed that long, you get literal mold.
It panics me for a second because I'm like, "Has it been that long?" No, because yesterday and the day before that.
It took way too long. Okay, but I got him back in his spot, and now the other guy who's sitting in a minecart like I wanted this guy to, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Indeed.
Right.
Guess
We
it's
will
gonna
let
be
you
really
have that
difficult
dream.
to get them out of that situation. And actually, no, we figured that he could just walk out and the bad guys don't see him doing this. No, because we decided.
Isn't that nice?
Well, all
Life
right
just allows you to decide. I just decided the cops weren't going to be on the road tonight when I decided I was going to drive under the influence.
Oh, you decided?
Yes.
Well, then I guess I should let them know. Hey fellas, she got the night off. Dream Thief decided.
Let's see. All right, now that I have fully farmed the first wave of crystals, now that I have my upper floor and all my scaffolding built in, like an IKEA built-in shelf. No, we're kidding. They don't build anything in. You have to add it on to everything else.
So, Dream Thief.
14 and a little, for like 14 and a half stacks of
Alright, please turn it back to hard.
crystals. Who told you it wasn't that? This guy did. Okay, it's on hard.
Wait.
You're good.
So,
What in the...
Dream Thief.
Huh?
This chest that has a bunch of lava buckets in it, can I just, like, take
No.
4 of them?
Why?
Cool. How do I use this farm, then? There's a lot of levers. And by
You
a lot,
only-
I mean 2.
I mean, I'm flying over there now, but
Oh, sick.
do you actually have buckets?
I have 5 buckets, but I need lava in them.
I mean, you don't even have to
That
turn the
pig
farm
is-
on. You could just right-click on the cauldrons and get the lava out.
Oh, cool. This Enderman is very mad at me.
But I'll show you how it works because it's fun.
Well, in that case, I'm just gonna grab 4 of these lavas. And then stick around so that you can show me because it's fun. Why do I have a spider eye?
Don't ask or don't answer.
Don't do either of those things.
Don't ask. That seems very suspicious. Oh, speaking of sus, I was driving around Princeton. I think no, I was traveling in a different state. It's West Virginia is good. We're not evil. So
You though.
we don't go around looking to start fights. We leave the fight by changing which side we belong to and leaving the state that we're a part of.
That's how I.
We don't.
That's how I do
We
it.
don't start fights. We just leave Virginia and become West Virginia. Right. So you turn
That's
this
how I
one on first.
solve arguments.
So it takes a second, but this starts shifting the cauldrons around and around.
Hmm.
And then you stand here, click that lever, and now you can just keep filling it up as they go by.
Ah. Okay.
Problem is there's no buckets in the system, except this one, apparently. So what you do is you're filling up all of your pockets, so that every time you fill a lot.
Shooting out buckets.
Yes. Need to put that bucket back in there. So it's designed. It puts buckets up through here and puts them in your pocket. Obviously, when you can't stack lava buckets, so if you have a stack of buckets and every other item's full, which is what the cobblestone in here is for, you then just drop the lava bucket on the ground, which is what the hoppers in front of me are for.
Ah.
And then I've dug it so I can just park a shulker box here and it'll automatically fill the shulker. Why is there lava? I'm an idiot. There's not supposed to be lava on the ground on the inside. I knew I was going to have to use this maintenance shaft eventually. Oh, I'm on fire.
Ah.
Yes, so apparently when I was speed clicking, I missed the cauldron and clicked lava on the ground instead. Which has never
Maintenance
happened before.
Maintenance tunnel.
Yeah, it's not as exciting as the secret tunnel.
No.
I'd show you the farm, but it's a ways off unless you really want to fly there.
What is this?
So this was supposed to be. This is my second iron farm. The first one has been completely destroyed because it was a Java farm.
Ah.
Whoever designed this iron farm was an idiot.
We are on hard mode, yeah?
Yes. Double checks anyway. Yes. Secret
Well-
mode, peaceful mode.
Yeah, it's not switched to hard mode because my guy just died, so...
It is hard, sir. I just double checked. Hard. Difficulty hard.
Well, it hasn't actually switched. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know what to tell you,
Maybe you're
bud.
just bad.
He's dead! If it was actually... Listen, I'm not saying it's your fault there, Dream Thief. I'm just saying it's not on hard because my zombie villager is now dead.
Listen, maybe they screwed it up. Maybe he died from some
No,
other causes.
so there are glitch. Okay, anyway, so the golems are supposed to spawn in the roof, which still has the water up there, and fall down through the ground, where the tracks are now.
Mhm.
There's actually still access to the old killer down there. I just
Ooh.
have to pick this up.
What other farm were you talking about, Dream Thief?
What are you talking about? Oh, the Amethyst farm. Which
Oh,
you have
wait.
it's
Amethyst farm?
Yes. Okay, we can fly there. That's fine.
I mean, I'm out of rockets.
I have lots of rockets now. Yeah, so
But I
this was the old kill chamber.
Yeah. This is very reminiscent of old designs. It's very reminiscent of new designs as well, but
the guy who designed it, designed the whole farm, was an idiot. It's so in an attempt to make it really compact, he made it so that the villagers did not spawn the golems on the roof. They spawned the golems in the chamber. At one point, the reason why the hole is so big is because they were spawning them on the ground around the farm for a while. There you go.
thank you. I had to
Granted,
do a
we
little
don't really need rockets from here, but you will need them to get back.
I had to do a little modification to my iron farm not too long ago because when they changed golem spawning mechanics last time they did that, they made it so that they could actually spawn on beds.
Yeah, if you fly over mine, there's leaves on top of the beds.
Yeah,
I had the same
so,
problem.
that was just a quick little fix, but it was very annoying to get out of the thing after I was in there.
Wait, where did you end up? You ended up inside the lava?
No, I almost did, but I pushed myself off of the bed accidentally by placing a block where I shouldn't have, and then I almost ended up in the lava because I'm an idiot.
So you're heading for 5918. 5918. Oh no! 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 Ah! It wasn't equipped. It wasn't equipped.
Did you die?
No,
No.
I would have.
You want another totem? I have some on me.
I put a fence here because I've had issues.
Because it's happened before.
Sure. Just yeeted myself up with no good purpose.
Cool, I caught a
Wait,
sheep.
When you say when you say 5918, do you mean the first two digits of X?
5900, 1800. Yes.
Okay. All right.
No, we're not flying that far from here. We just go back to the hub.
Well, I didn't know whether you meant stay on this Z and go to
No.
5918 specifically, but like no.
There's a small amethyst tower sticking out of the water.
Neat.
Because I kept not being able to find it.
Oh, I got sidetracked off of learning with Pibby. And also, it's an hour in, so let's talk about our coffees.
You can also tell someone's been here for a while because there's trader llamas everywhere.
Gotta love them trader llamas.
The entrance is right along the side of the pillar.
I'm making my way there slowly, just at a gentle glide. It's
Yeah,
also...
the nice upgrades they were gonna make to the elytra got canceled.
That's good.
To where it was only gonna take damage when you used a rocket. You could glide forever and never take damage to the elytra or durability damage.
Oh shoot!
And the flight distance rockets 2 and 3, or duration rockets, were also a part of that.
Oh, so we could have more effective rockets?
Yes, but now we can't.
Oh.
I put that there to keep the drowned from finding me.
Ah.
Yeah, so this is the upper half. And the geode is not huge. I expanded the geode's roof so that I could use every spawn spot possible.
So, I'm assuming that this is just these blocks will spawn crystals occasionally,
Yes.
and then you break them.
So I took out every other block from the farm except for the budding amethyst, so that because as you can see, they'll grow on every spot at the same time on every side of the block.
That's nice.
So
How do you know when they're mature?
So this. Yeah, this is
are you guys going to be able to go to...
Example.
Are you guys going to be able to go to bed, by the way?
I only have one bed here. So there's 3 stages. This is the smallest stage right here.
Uh-huh.
Then
there's
the second stage, it has the glowy parts, but it's still, the tip looks really, really stubby. And that compared to this one, which is complete.
Now, do you need to break that with silk touch, or?
So you can silk touch it and get a cluster, which you can place on something. I have one in my pocket from an accident, so yeah, you can place a cluster anywhere. I didn't actually want... Well, I didn't want one, but now I want to put it on an item frame. So you silk touch it for that, or fortune for the crystals.
Ooh. And that's what lets you do things with, like, the spyglass?
Yes.
Neat.
Did you want these ones?
I kind of want to make a spyglass, yeah.
So I'm at a village, so if you guys could go to bed
Sure, you
at
can
some
have
point,
those.
it'd be great.
That's not just one, but...
Oh, that's 32. Oh my goodness.
Well, yeah, I have several stacks in my pockets right now. Like I said, there's only one bed here, so you're gonna have to fly. There's no nearby village or anything.
Well, let's make I'll make my way back to Newfoundland.
You're looking for 5921. It's nice to be able to take off from the ground now, though. That
You could always
change,
do
I
that.
am happy. No, but it's so much easier. You can stand on a
But
block.
you're not lagging.
Okay, it is a new update to be able to stand on a block, jump and take off immediately. That used to be a Java thing, but it was not a thing on Bedrock.
You could do it.
I've been doing that for like a year.
You
Okay,
just had
for
to
a
get
noob-
good.
For a noob to be able to do it without even trying is an update. They
I mean,
have
sure,
made
they
it easier.
made the timing better.
Yes, so
You said
that
I'm
I
looking
can
for like
do it.
59, 20, what?
5921. It's a huge island. If you hit 59x21z, then you should be over some part of it.
I mean, like I told you, I'm lagging pretty hard, so my render distance is not great right now.
I can't get into a bed till I know you guys are in a bed, so...
Well, I'll go ahead and get in one, because I'm actually gonna play something else in the background, because what I want right now is amethyst. So I have a bed right here in the farm.
You don't understand. I'm in a village in hard mode. In other words, I have to keep all of the villagers safe until I know that you're both in a bed.
I'm getting in a bed
I don't
now
think
so that
you
you're aware.
Conrad, I don't think that you understand. I physically cannot be in a bed right this second.
He's still in the air, lost.
Not lost. It's just lag keeps taking me out of my Elytra.
Oh, it's 5123. That 200 blocks might not be helping you.
It also doesn't help that lag keeps kicking me out of my Elytra. Am I on
Really?
the right Wi-Fi? Yes, really.
No, like that sucks. That wasn't like that wasn't a you suck thing. It was a general sucking.
I know, and
I
the
wasn't
thing is,
wasn't making fun of you.
I didn't think that you were making fun of me.
Anyway, my coffee is apple cider from the fridge.
That's not coffee.
Nice. Is it,
It's not from Aldi. It's Ziegler's, keeping it real since 1932. Who in their marketing department decided that was a good idea? Keeping it real.
They made the tagline back in the 90s, and then they just never changed it.
I'm
Maybe
an
they should have
idiot.
stuck with their tagline from the 30s.
So I'm a major idiot.
The tagline from the 30s had some, probably had some slurs in it.
Why are you, what reason are you giving for this idiocy in the moment?
So I went to go find well, I knew where a village was, but I went to said village in order to get a name tag easily. But I left two very important things at the
It just keeps kicking me out of my Elytra.
Oh, so, wait, several minutes conversation rolled back. There is a glitch with the modes that can sometimes happen. Sometimes you have to switch it to peaceful. This is rare, but there are times where you have to switch it to peaceful and then to hard because some glitch happens where it doesn't do it properly. Only problem is, if your mobs aren't name tagged in your farm, all of them, then they go bye-bye.
Well, currently all of my mobs that I want to keep are named, so go ahead and switch it to peaceful so we can actually get it to hard mode.
Peaceful. And
Alright,
now...
I finally made it back to Newfoundland.
Now they're setting to hard. You finally made it where?
Back to your place.
How did you sleep?
I didn't. I
Oh, you
closed the
logged
game.
out. Okay.
Yeah. It didn't solve my lag problem, but it made it a little bit better.
You know what, Job? Maybe you should just uninstall the game.
You know, Dream Thief, maybe I should.
You might have better friends if you played something else with other people.
No.
You're that bad at picking friends out, huh?
I mean, picked you two, didn't I?
Well, that's fair. That's a fair assertion. Anyway, I'm going to be playing a different game, but I can get into bed whenever you guys
I
need.
believe
Because
I have gotten myself lost.
the amethyst farm is really...
Oh, I know where I am. Okay.
Really slow. It takes hours to grow crystals. So...
You are literally waiting for crystals to form.
Yes, by playing Ultimate General Civil War in the background.
Neat.
I like this campaign mode. It's not hitting like the little itty bitty battles where people are like, oh, they were here and they killed one person and then they left, you know. But it is covering a lot of the minor battles as well as the major battles. In 18 hours, I have not finished fighting the war. In fact, I'm in April 1863 after 18 hours. For those who are not history minded, since we are live, the years run from 1960 to 1965.
Could Dream Thief, can you hit me up with the chords for Copperton real quick?
You mean 1860?
That's what I said.
You said 1960.
1860 to 1865. The coordinates for Copperton, negative 20,000, negative 124. Just those three numbers, 124.
It's weird. We took like 3 steps to the left and then like 10,000 forward.
What are you talking about? Oh, well, it's not weird. You go almost straight up from the Nether Hub, and then you get on the Blue Ice Highway, which runs straight.
Yeah.
It's not weird. It's intentional.
I mean, sure. The coordinates just look funny to me.
Mm.
It's like we started at spawn and we just picked a direction and just went with it.
It's going to look that way, except with the a positive 40,000 for the update.
Ah, yes, the update.
The one that's never coming, right? Still waiting to start my solo world.
Oh, I have a meme. I have a meme that I wanted to share with you, Dream Thief. I've been sitting on this meme forever.
Boy, I hope it isn't flat.
I weigh 130 pounds, okay? There's no way. Don't know why I felt the need to mention that.
None of us do. Alright, let's start by taking as many of these brigades up to 15 as possible.
Alright, what were the chords again? So I can...
You are looking for negative 20,000 and negative 124. What's funny is when you're in camp and you're figuring out you're working on buying weapons and resupplying troops and stuff, the only thing that you can pick out in the background besides the marching and the drums is somebody going, helmet, get me a helmet. I'm like, there were no helmets in the Civil War.
I mean, there were, but most people just called them hats.
Okay, but you weren't... I mean, I guess technically the British weren't really wearing helmets in World War I even, so... Like, that metal hat is not a helmet.
Alright.
Whew. It helped.
Yeah, if the bullet or shrapnel had been shot straight up in the air instead of at you.
Well, no, I mean, like, this was a statistical analysis that ended up happening in World War I. Is they found that when they issued those little tin hats to the soldiers, they found that rates of head injuries actually went up instead of down, and they freaked out. It's like, what are they doing? Do they think that they could just poke their heads out of the trench because we gave them these little tin hats? Because they can't do that. Why would they think that they can? And they looked into it and went, oh no, that's not what's happening. What's happening is people are actually surviving near impact artillery fire, because that would shoot clumps of earth and rock and whatnot into the air, and it would come back down and hit people on the head. And before, it would just straight up kill them. And now it's just wounding them. So the hats are helping. Just not against bullets.
Right, but the Civil War didn't have any metal hats, much less war helmets. Which is my point. Why do they have somebody in the background going, helmet, get me a helmet?
I don't know. Maybe it's Don Quixote.
The only thing I can think is that the audio for the camp has been reused from a different Ultimate General game.
Or Don Quixote.
I can't push Mather's brigade up any higher because I don't have any more M18855s. Alright, let's look at the battle map.
Sideburn.
It's really funny reading the captured messages that they have for the game and the reports that I receive, because I'm getting a General Dream Thief or Dream Thief's Army or Mr. Dream Thief as my name is inserted into the game.
Nice. Anyway, so I went off to go purchase a name tag, and I forgot two very important things while I was doing so.
That would be?
Well, I forgot to take along a workstation so I could actually get a librarian. And emeralds so I could actually buy a name tag.
Journal
Ah.
Besieging Suffolk.
The two things that you needed.
Yes, those two things.
God's reported the criminal spill.
The important bits.
Yep, the important bits. And by the time I get back to this village with the important bits, it's already night again. Can you go to bed, Dream Thief?
Yep.
Thanks.
I still hide in my little AFK cave, but nothing has spawned in this area for a long time. I just feel safer with my tools. And everything else in my pockets.
You gonna go to bed there?
No.
So after successfully beating Fredericksburg as the Union somehow, and pushing Longstreet away, now they want me to march again up into artillery fire to take artillery positions. Wonderful. I just finished adding recruits to all of my units.
Well, I mean, think of it this way. Now you get the chance to remove recruits from all of your units.
It's gonna require my most expensive, most highly trained corps go in and get slaughtered in order to take the position too. Coffee's kicking in as in you've got energy or heartburn?
As in I need to go to the bathroom.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Felicia. It's a literal fort. We don't have the training to attack a fort. I only have 27,000 men. Actually only beat Fredericksburg because I played it twice, though. I had organized my army improperly and was expected to take Mari's Heights above the city with 3 brigades. Because I'd sent the entire bulk of my army to deal with the right flank of the Confederacy, not realizing that I wasn't going to get to use them later. I almost did it too. If I'd had almost took Mari's Heights with 3 brigades. For people who have watched Gods and Generals, it means a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm sure.
When I did finally take it, it took me an entire corps. It took me... When I replayed it, I'd almost taken it with 3 and failed on the first go-through. It took a total... In the end, it took a total of 15 brigades to unseat the Confederates out of that position. So I almost had it for a second, but to take and hold it required 5 times the troops I started with the first time. Got a lot of breeze in between me and them. A lot of skirmishers. Alright, Sweet Cake and Pond can take the right. Took and Gamgee can go on the left with Elrond. I enjoy this game letting me name the units.
Alright.
It's gonna take forever.
You
for
guys
this
there?
artillery Yes.
Nope.
Oh, I just somehow turned my volume all the way down. Oh, wow. I ran out of emeralds really fast.
Sure, they're going to be guarding the fort, but they're also going to be at this position where those tents are. So I need to swing around to the left. I think Toot, Gamgee, Elrond, if I send Frederick with them and the Iron Brigade, I think that should be enough to unseat them from that position.
Okay. So my coffee today is... it's a flavored coffee that I picked up while I was at my parents' about 2 weeks ago.
Interesting. I mean about the coffee, not the game.
That was what we were talking about.
Get moving, Elrond.
Yeah, Elrond, get moving.
He's in charge of the...
Come on.
What in the world? Okay. Oh, that's counting up. That's counting down. And that's going
Gonna
up.
keep us in suspense here forever, my guy?
Sorry. I'm trying to pay attention to where I'm flying. Because somehow I got way off track. Almost got myself lost again.
Of course, Law's Brigade got inside the walls before I could attack.
There we go. Okay. Yeah, so, it's from a company called Silverbridge Coffee. And it is, of course, named after the Silver Bridge, being that it's, you know, from the same area.
Ah, yes. Very nice.
I don't know if you know what the Silver Bridge is there, Jub? Judging
I'm
from...
assuming that it is not simply a bridge made out of silver.
It was not made out of silver, because that...
It might as well have been made out of a soft metal like that in the end, though.
It is the bridge that single-handedly changed American construction inspection and how it's done.
Is that the one of the video that's just wobbling like crazy, and eventually
No.
ripping itself apart?
No, there was no video. It went down at night. In the winter, so the river was extra cold when everybody drowned.
Yes.
Cheerful. Why would you rename? Why would you name your coffee after this tragedy?
Probably their family member died on the bridge or something.
I still feel like you shouldn't do that.
All right.
Like, I'm not gonna open a pastry shop and call it the Titanic Pastries.
Wouldn't you just call it the adopted pastry?
It's called the...
Oh.
That took way too long to sink in, but congratulations, sir.
I was like on the cusp of making a follow-up joke, so I was thinking of my joke. And it's a low blow, sir.
When you're with this group, you usually are able to judge how far you can push something, though, so I don't feel bad.
Oh, I came back to the same village.
It took you a while to get to that point, though.
Yeah, you helped it along by making the jokes yourself.
Yeah. I remember, I forget exactly what the context of the joke was, but it was something about dads, and I was like, I never knew my biological dad, and you just went, oh no. Ah, good times. Good times.
Let's hit Kemper's, boys, as quick as we can.
Yes, please.
Anyway, Comrade has designed his gotten his coffee from Silver Bridge Coffee, was it?
Yes.
Wait, the whole company's named after the Silver Bridge?
Yeah.
Not just the brew?
No, yeah.
Okay, well, now I have a problem with it.
What do you mean now you have a problem?
It's called the Silverbridge Coffee Company.
I'm seriously out of supplies already?
Because they're located in the area of the coffee. Not the coffee. They're located in the area of the Silver Bridge. Speaking of which, did you know that the Silver Bridge has been... It actually got replaced. It wasn't just...
Right, I
one and
watched
done.
the documentary on it. And before you say you must not have a life, you already answered your own question.
He's playing a Civil War battle reenactment RTS right now. When did you?
Can you get in bed quickly, please? Because, like...
When did anyone
I've got a
ever
villager
think
about to die.
You have to say something before that's about to die, Jack. When what, Jub?
I said you're playing a Civil War battle RTS right now. No one ever thought that you had a life.
Oh. I thought you were making a comment that was relevant to me saying I watched the documentary on the bridge.
No, I don't know a darn thing about this stupid bridge.
Strangely enough, they're actually... Like, they make pretty decent coffee.
Why is that strange? There a reason
because
we should think they wouldn't?
Because
They
they're
stole a local.
They're a
They stole a
small...
local tragedy for brand recognition and clout.
Okay, well that's probably a valid point.
They're a small town coffee company.
Cake and Pond, push in as quick as you can. I actually did not name Cake. I named Pond after Amelia Pond, but I did not name the Cake Brigade. The game named them that.
Come along, Pond.
Well, we just had a creeper blow that up.
You know what's fascinating?
I don't
too?
think he killed my librarian.
Wendon is a redhead.
Neat.
But since she contacted you first, no one can ever accuse me of looking for a redhead and ignoring other people.
Did you just do the thing again?
What thing? I only used her first name.
Okay.
cake,
Oh!
you coward. You folded like a piece of cake.
My older librarian died.
Was in bed, okay? Yes, Cake's brigade backed off with. They had 2,500. They lost 500 in 2 minutes, and they decided to run away. You still have 2,000 dudes.
When have you ever folded a cake?
But accidentally.
That's
wasn't
called
intentional. All right, Anderson's boys are pressing us hard. You know how it seems really stupid just walking across a field and standing in front of the other group while they shoot at each other? I've tried to use other tactics. The game ensures that you use that stupid tactic historically accurately.
That's what I want in my historical reenactment games.
Historical.
Especially if the enemy's sitting in the woods, the only way to effectively take them out is to walk 5 feet in front of them and start shooting. Are my artillery even firing? What's going on? Pons, you too? Come on, you only lost 700 people in 5 minutes.
Oh my goodness. Somehow buying a name tag from a villager seems to be taking more time. You know what? I don't gotta do this. I'm just gonna go to Jub's thing. I'm gonna buy a name tag from them. We'll see how you guys like that.
Finally.
I'm gonna buy like 50 name tags from them.
Maybe I just need to move my artillery closer or something. Wow, there's a couple of brigades that retreated back to the artillery position. You guys are useless. How dare you be concerned about anything other than winning?
Victory at all costs, especially you. How very Warhammer 40k-ish of you.
Oh, I'm not sure how we're supposed to take that position.
That's only the Empire. The Orcs could care less about victory. They're just in it for the battle.
I haven't had anybody fully retreat from the battlefield, but that position of 3 artillery units has single-handedly forced the retreat of 5 different brigades.
The orcs. If we believe hard enough, it will work.
If you squint hard enough, orcs could be considered to be people of a certain race.
Thank you, extra credits. Nobody cares.
Oh, my name's extra credits now. I didn't know I was going to get a name.
Is that not what you were referencing?
No, but everybody that's liberal says that. I wasn't referencing one person in particular, no.
I mean, extra credits is liberal.
Very much so. Now they are. Now they are. They used to talk about game design.
Then they got into history, and that was all right.
A lot of the history stuff was pretty good.
And then they started talking about modern politics for no reason.
Yeah.
Inside of their history and game stuff.
Yes. And then they made the thing is, they didn't always used to be like this. They did an episode a long time ago about how, like, this was when they had their former host, where it's like video games aren't just for kids. They can tell compelling stories for all audiences, and it's time that we acknowledge that we can, as an industry, handle more intense things. And then several years later, they were like, you shouldn't make first-person shooter games set in World War II where the multiplayer is the Axis versus the Allies, because then you're making people play as the Nazis and they could feel bad.
Oh,
And I went-
wah. What if I want to feel bad that day? What if it's fueling my depression?
And they were like, this is insulting to all of the people that actually died. And I went, I don't think that they would care. I don't think that anyone would care.
I don't think they would
Except
understand
you.
what a video game is.
It was like, you know that thing you watch the brand new radar technology on to look for enemies?
And
One
in
day
fact,
we're gonna play useless games on that.
in fact, I think that if you described it to them as a reenactment using technology instead of face to face, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, we understand what reenactments are. We do that with the Civil War all the time." Because you know what? They did that with the Civil War all the time, and I guarantee you, most of
They do
them.
that with the Civil War all the time.
What?
People still do
People
Civil War
still
reenactments.
do Civil War reenactments, and I guarantee you, while they may sympathize a little bit with there's a strange number of people who sympathize with the South.
I don't know why anyone would ever do that.
Yes, I don't know either. This is.
There's a lot of weird people out there.
Do you
There's
actually?
what people out
Do you
there?
actually not know? There, Chum. Just wondering. Do you not know what
not
I'm
certain
referencing?
What direction you're going. I don't know what direction you're taking this. I do have a couple.
He doesn't know.
I
Okay,
have
that's funny.
I don't know what you're referencing. I have a
Dream
couple of
Thief
cousins
here, and I
that
have
love
had
this
several arguments about such things.
One of
I
us
have a
once
couple-
argued with the school directors of the school preaching about it.
You know,
I have
in West
cousins
Virginia.
that. How many times do I have to start this story before
Yes.
I can finish the story?
Yes is the correct answer.
Fair enough. I have a couple of cousins that I'm fairly distantly related to. I want that to be said. That once tried to convince me that not only was slavery not a cause of the Civil War, but didn't actually enter into it until after the war had ended.
Dream Thief.
And they refused to.
You want to take the floor there, Dream Thief?
He's like 10% correct.
What?
States' rights was the main cause, but it was the issue of states' rights became a major issue because of the division between the states over whether or not to be slave or free.
Their right to do what, Dream Thief?
Right, I just said that. So, but it was more expansive than that. It did it did show a very deep underlying issue of the right of the state to decide to do something over the federal government. And the way the war itself was run was a federal government union, drawing all the troops together in the union versus very much loyalty to the states. There's a reason why we don't talk about the Confederate government that much, besides the fact that they got spanked.
They
I
didn't
mean,
have much functioning centralized government.
Their centralized government didn't do a lot. Their currency was
it was very
always-
reminiscent of the Articles of Confederacy, which was an experiment that had already failed, so...
But they very much were, we're this state and we're doing stuff as a state, and the generals that left the Union left because they were loyal to their states. The war really decided whether or not there was going to be that kind of loyalty anymore. And after that war, there hasn't been. But it was the states' rights that was the most contentious was, yes, slavery. However, Lincoln did not make it about slavery till his Emancipation Proclamation, and the only reason he was capable of doing it when he did it was because the Union had just won the Battle of Antietam, which was the first major Union victory on the East Coast in the Battle of the Potomac for the Potomac area in the entirety of the war.
So yeah, all of those comments about who would believe that and being snide was in fact directed at Dream Thief, because I knew exactly.
That dude thinking it didn't happen until after the war is insane.
It was 2 people.
Those dudes or dudettes that were thinking that are insane.
It's weird. You actually... You won't find a huge amount of that kind of sentiment here in the South, but a lot of Southerners who move up north seem to hold that, and I don't know
why. Hold what?
That it was entirely about state rights.
The thing that really confused me was
I haven't encountered a huge amount of that since moving to Tennessee, but a lot of the people I knew who were Southerners who moved up north held that belief quite soundly. It's very strange.
They had a lot of weird beliefs about that. One, they would never refer to it as the Civil War, which, you know, sure, like that apparently is more common than I thought it was. But
what did they refer to it as? The War of the States?
War of Northern Aggression.
I mean, it was.
The South shot first, so I don't know what you're talking about.
They maintained that the North shot first.
Lincoln, okay, the South definitely shot first. Lincoln gave the South no option. Lincoln gave the South zero options.
We might have sat in a fort across a river, but you know, you guys did shoot first.
They did. They technically did.
North shot first. They fought tooth and nail on that point. They also...
No, the North was aggressive first. They didn't shoot, though.
That they disagreed with me on that.
They're stupid.
They also accused my teachers of lying to me. Which was fun. Let's see, what else did they say?
Oh, that's especially fun.
They also said...
Because you were homeschooled, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, you're pretty smart for a homeschooler.
Oh, that's very good there, Dream Thief. Thank you.
The weirdest thing is that...
In case you don't know why that's funny, all 3 of us were homeschooled.
They're from Mississippi. And if you look at the official Declaration of Succession from Mississippi, in the first, 2 or 3 lines, it went something like, the great state of Mississippi being chiefly and principally upon the institution of slavery does hereby declare.
It took over 100 years. Wasn't Mississippi one of the last ones to actually ratify the...
Yeah, it was 2015 when they finally did it?
Yeah.
Mississippi or Missouri?
It was Mississippi.
Missouri is above the Mason-Dixon line, I thought.
They were weirdly proud of the fact that they were technically born in the Confederacy and not the Union. I was like, oh, you're concerning me there, buds.
Wait.
They were good people. They were weird.
They were pro-slavery, but they were good people.
They weren't pro-slavery. They just believed that the Civil War had nothing to do with slavery.
I wonder if that stems from just a desire to try and legitimize waving around Confederate flags.
That is... Yes. No, that's what it is.
Which even when I was diehard South, diehard Confederacy, you would never have found me waving one of those around.
People
Which
who
I
went.
believe Comrade can affirm that my rather strong positions have changed quite a lot from the old days.
You have. I was the most successful in changing his opinion.
I don't know about that.
We had an entire conversation where I eventually got you, while you were still hardcore pro-Confederacy, to admit that if that didn't happen, certain events in history would not have gone very swimmingly. It was likely God's hand at work. Okay, let's see.
Cake, you guys are so slow. I can't believe I'm still fighting this battle. Oh, I'm about to lose this battle. The battles are timed for some reason, and I'm about to lose it because of the timer.
Back to what I was saying before about extra credits. They made a video that was widely mocked and ridiculed about a year and a half ago, or maybe more, where they took the position that because games are made by people who have their own political beliefs and ideologies and all that, that all games are inherently political. And people are like, you know, yeah, you can look at, it's very easy to make that argument if you look at BioShock, or if you look at Fallout New Vegas, or something like that. And you just be like, yes, this is clearly talking about, you know, the real world and the things in it. Tell me the political ideology of the person who made Tetris.
How communist.
Tetris a critique of capitalism? How is Tetris a critique of capitalism?
Because we're all falling into place.
Charge! Charge now before we lose the timer! Charge!
Oh my goodness. I didn't get any zombie villager spawns at all tonight?
They made a video not too long ago talking about how making a fantasy world in which some races are more, or some species are more inherently skew towards one alignment or the other, like in Dungeons and Dragons, where orcs skew more towards chaotic and angels skew towards good and stuff like that. And it's just
oh
like,
my goodness, angels skew towards good? What?
Yeah,
it's almost like they'd stop being angels if they weren't good and they'd become demons. Because that's how every theology ever has worked.
I mean, sure, but like they didn't care. And they made a... They were talking about all this, and then they went, you know, it's just like doing stuff like this and painting a particular race as more violent and prone to evil might not sit too well with people in the real world who may be part of a race that historically has been painted as violent and evil. And I went, did you seriously just compare...
Wait, what?
Are they then trying to argue that we should not should not show the Germans being evil?
Oh my goodness. I've encountered another problem.
They made that comment and I went, no, because, like,
so,
monsters are monsters. I don't know what you want from me. It's like, orcs operate different.
Are you saying that Germans are monsters?
No, that was a different video. They were talking about how you shouldn't... They had some term.
Come on, get back in there, you coward.
A term used to describe the inherent differences between species, and they went, this works great if we're talking about how many arms they have, how many eyes they have, but not so great when it comes to objective morality. And painting an entire species as objectively evil is bad and such. And I went, okay, but like if they are, I don't understand. The orcs in Lord of the Rings were barely functioning individuals that were hell-bent on the destruction of everything around them. They were literally working for the Lieutenant of Satan. I don't know what you want us to do.
Stop coming at me with your facts and logic. Okay, so you know how if you have a named monster, it's not supposed to despawn when you turn it to peaceful?
Guessing it's gone?
Yeah, it's gone. So you may want to check all of your other farms.
I don't have any that require mobs.
I believe the iron farm does.
No. No, it does not, sir.
Jub, does the iron farm require mobs?
It uses villagers. It requires mobs on Java.
It requires
What are you?
your iron farm. Does it require mobs?
It requires non-hostile mobs. Is what an iron golem is.
You don't need a golem to start a farm, though.
If it's an iron farm, you need the golem to exist.
Yes, but you don't need it to start the farm. The farm will engage
I thought
without
you needed like a zombie or something to make the villagers feel afraid.
That's
No,
Java.
no.
As I said, that is Java.
You can get them to summon a golem if the village is of a specific size and they have enough beds and enough workstations.
Yeah, the fear mechanic plays no part in Bedrock.
Gotcha.
Is there a particular reason you haven't wanted me to sleep at all? I thought you was gonna have me over here sleeping all the time.
Because I'm trying to get a zombie villager to spawn. Now I need 2, apparently. So that's great.
Well, sir, I don't know what to tell you. There's a reason why Job does not use the mechanic of making the trades cheaper on his trading hall.
I do it. It's just annoying.
Because as a realm, very seldom will you be capable of actually using it anyway.
Yeah, but do you understand the power behind this farm? When it's actually
I understand
working.
that it's not worth the effort you're currently putting into it.
It is if it would work. I don't know.
How many weeks have you invested into this?
Several.
Exactly.
It's still worth.
I mean, I guess there's no real big projects to do until the update, depending on what you're doing right now.
I'm doing this because of a big project, so there's that.
What big project are you doing?
I think this... Oh, the server's not crashing. I just couldn't pick up wooden planks for some reason.
Don't you dare crash my server.
Crash your server if I feel like it.
Yeah, well, I'll,
So now I have to wait till night in order to spawn zombie villagers.
I'll do a thing too.
What are you gonna do? Ban me from the server?
Oh, I never actually said.
tempt me.
I never actually said what flavor my coffee was. It's a chocolate.
No, you didn't. We got talking.
It's chocolate cherry. It used to be
Ew.
called cordial, cherry cordial. And they changed it for some reason, but it's still the same flavor. It's chocolate with like almond extract in it. It's really good if you like cherry cordials, which I do. So I really like it.
Good to know.
Is it?
No, but what else do you want me to say? I don't care, comrade. Shut up.
A true friend wouldn't lie.
Alright, well, in that case, I don't care, comrade. Shut up.
Okay. As if I would say
I don't
okay.
even know what a cherry cordial.
As if I would say okay.
Well,
Oh!
no, you would say okay,
Learning-
and then you would just completely ignore it.
Learning with Pibby. I got completely
What?
sidetracked off of this. Learning with Pibby.
We are the worst podcast ever.
We are. We get sidetracked by everything.
What we're doing is we're keeping people.
We're keeping people's interest until the end. You know, all of our non-existent viewers.
If somebody wants to hear the point we were trying to make, and if it was at the beginning of the stream, then we're making them wait with bated breath.
Speaking of our stream, I haven't actually been keeping an eye on the YouTube stuff.
Let me guess, it crashed again.
No, it didn't crash. We don't have any comments.
You don't have any comments, huh?
Touch, whisper, the scream.
Are you complaining that you don't have comments?
He doesn't care.
Not really. I'm also the only one watching it, so that's...
We didn't start this for clout.
I don't believe that.
I totally started this for clout. I don't know what you're talking about.
Precisely.
100% started this. He doesn't.
He does not speak for all of us.
Gosh, it reminds me of a. I was reading one of the Witcher books the other day, and someone said something. It was just like this very beautiful rant about how much better of a person someone else was, or how much better of a person Geralt was than this king. And he's like, Geralt will do this not because you ordered him to, but because it's the right thing. And then I'm just imagining Geralt's inner monologue being like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just here for the money.
There you go, comrade. You've got a consistent viewer and a comment.
Ah.
I would say happy
Thank
birthday to you, but it's
Thank
already
you.
Lucy's birthday. So.
Oh, I don't know why I just exited out of my YouTube page there. I was trying to switch back to Twitch, and my hand just went up to the X for no reason, because I'm really used to that for some reason.
Lucy's
Just closing all of my tabs.
Today.
Oh, that's adorable.
I lost at least 25% of my fighting force, if not more, in that battle. I might have
That's
lost
okay.
closer to 35%.
Okay, so the sun is setting.
Here's the problem. They had Confederates on the field without defenses, a circle of defenses that the Confederates were inside of, and then another circle inside the circle where the artillery was not fair. Felt like Lee, or not Lee, I felt like Grant attacking. Oh, why can't I remember the names of the cities anymore? At the end of the war. I want to say Cold Harbor, but I don't think that's right.
You know what I feel like right about now?
I don't
Talking
care
about
enough.
learning with Pibby finally, since I've brought it up like 3 times now.
No.
I was gonna say,
I'm
like,
good.
Bill Linville, when he made a joke about historical reenactments, he's like, my friends drug me to one time, he's like, oh great, now you get to pick your character. It's like, I don't even want to play. I'm not doing your stupid thing. And he goes, no, just pick a character, any character. General Patton. General Patton won at the Battle of Bull Run. Exactly, and neither am I. And he just walked off.
Now, can learning
Anyway.
with Pibby actually carry on after that? Because that was pretty good.
No.
Yes, learning with Pibby can totally carry any conversation. So learning with Pibby is... Alright,
Anyone remember Samurai Jack?
essentially... Well, Samurai Jack does come into this. So learning with Pibby is Cartoon Network's...
I don't know.
and Adult Swim's latest trailer / gauge of interest amongst its like viewers.
I'll be honest, before you finished saying the word gauge, I'd already assumed you were saying the word gay.
Good. Basically, it's the story of a, you know, like children's programming that's kind of like Dora or,
No, I have better things to do with my time than Dora the Explorer, Jack.
I'm not asking if you're intimately familiar with all of the plots and contrivances
No,
of Dora
I'm not
the Explorer.
intimately familiar with Dora the Explorer.
I just want to know if you know, like, the kind of programming that it is. Alright, so learning with Pibby...
Listen, the only one in this chat that has a chance of being intimately familiar with that show is you, comrade.
No, he's also over 18.
But he watches My Little Pony.
I was kind of waiting for that to sink in, but I guess it's not going to.
Why did all of... I got 2 villagers to spawn, and they're on the roof!
What do you mean? What do you mean you didn't think... What do you mean it's not going to? You said something stupid.
I said something hilarious.
No, you said something stupid.
That is a false.
They're like, you wouldn't watch this. He's an adult. And I went, yes, he would, because of this, that, and the
That's
other
not
reason.
what I was saying at all.
Isn't it, though?
What I said was, you said the only one who would have a chance of being intimately familiar is Comrade. And what I said was, no, because he's over 18.
Oh, you took it in that direction. You're a sick person. You're a sick, twisted individual, you know that?
Yeah, I do. But I'm really disappointed it took me that much to get the point across. I'm very disappointed in you. You were supposed to be better than us. You were supposed to be smarter.
I am. That's why my brain didn't go there.
Yes, that's why.
No, no, no! Oh, this is all going terribly.
Yeah, well, suck it up, Buttercup. I had to win a battle with almost no ammo just now. And take massive fortified defenses. The game's all like, well, it's okay. We're going to give you 3 ironclads on the river. I'm like, yeah, they missed 90% of their shots.
Hey, don't you be mad at the ironclads. They're doing their best.
I could have sunk the ironclads if I'd been aiming at them or been allowed to aim at them faster than they could have shot one of single artillerymen on my side. I could have sunk all of them.
I don't know. Spot. The string. These two.
Okay. There we go.
Anyway, learning with Pibby.
Yes. So it is an Adult Swim program that starts with this this like cute little it's like a cute little kids program, and then it goes all doki doki, and glitches start to happen, and Pibby's world is destroyed. She then goes on a mission to like figure out what's happening and like how to stop it.
Son of a gun!
And she goes through every Cartoon Network universe.
Is this where that meme of like Fred Flintstone getting eaten by an amorphous black?
That's exactly what it is. Yes. Oh my goodness.
I've been wondering, because I'm like, this looks way too high quality to be just somebody's weird idea of fun.
It's an official thing. Yeah.
It's an affront to something, is what it is.
I mean, sure, but like at the same time.
Don't at the same time, me.
At the same time,
One of these days you'll.
meanwhile, in our universe, a creeper just chased me down and blew up part of my build.
Well, as Frosty would say, "Happy birthday."
Get wrecked, son.
Shut up.
Speaking of happy birthday, I was at a convention once, and one of the people we were with was the most embarrassing person to walk around the convention with, because every 5 seconds he would turn to the room in general and he would just shout happy birthday randomly.
Was he dressed as Frosty at least?
No. I
And
will
what-
say, finally, somebody's birthday it was. Because if nobody had answered him at all, it would have been even worse. Although it encouraged him. And when someone's incorrigible, we all know what we do. We band together,
I
stand
almost-
around them, and
Woo!
murder them.
I
I
almost
was
forgot
gonna
to
say
put the,
Q-
I almost forgot to put a name tag on one of these boys.
That's right, Glow Squid. Your squid packs are mine. For some reason, that sounded really weird.
Maybe because it
Yeah.
was.
I don't need your logic circuits, comrade.
Logic circuits?
Comrade computer. Boy, I gotta spell every joke out tonight.
It's not that you have to spell out the jokes. He was incredulous that I had logic.
More incredulous at how he made such a stupid joke.
And we're not gonna make it over the walls. We're just gonna smack right into it instead. That hurt a lot. What did I come back here for? I needed something. Why did I bother coming all the way home?
Okay.
Guys, my brain's not plugged in. I came all this way and I don't know what for.
Head's empty. Brain's turned off. No thoughts, only empty head.
Stop. Whatever it is you're doing.
He's making the world a better place.
No,
Always.
he's not. He's incapable of that.
That seems extreme.
It's true, though.
All he ever does is make life miserable.
He's not wrong.
Then why haven't you dealt with the problem?
He doesn't want to. He gets some
Not
kind of
him,
sick
you.
satisfaction out of it.
If he's making everyone's lives that miserable, then I think it's time to take one for the team, Joe. I'll visit you in
Because-
jail.
Because unfortunately, I'm the first suspect.
Well, it's
Kind of
because
the
you're the
only
one that's gonna do it.
Oh, there's the sticky piston. My goodness, I was.
If I was gonna do it, I wouldn't be talking about it on a public live stream.
Yes, but you know he doesn't save these over time, so you're good.
Well, no, actually, they are now permanently saved onto YouTube, so.
Dream Thief, I was making plausible deniability.
How does defending with it's not supposed to be recorded equal plausible deniability?
No, you said it's not supposed to be recorded. I said I wouldn't talk about it on the live stream if I was the one who was gonna do it. And then you just kept pushing.
Well,
They're just like, no,
it's
of
my
course you
job.
would, because of all of these reasons. And I went, shut up! I was trying to make an airtight case, and then you just had to go and poke holes in my raft before I even put it in the water.
That is my job. That is the role that I play on this server.
Stop. You're
But
too
I've
good
already
at it.
sunk so many rafts. And I just got my new knife sharpened.
Yeah, Dream Thief, but like the insurance company is catching up.
Wait, you've been using the opportunity to get money from the insurance, and you've not been sharing? How dare you, sir? I'm sink another couple of rafts just for that. Ruin your little insurance scam if you're not going to share.
I have been sharing. Where do you think I got the money to buy you that knife?
But apparently,
But if you wanted me to stop, then why would you give me the tools to continue?
That was like a year ago.
But once you have a knife, you always have a knife.
but
I guess that makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, Dream
Once
Thief,
you're
they
in
don't-
Barbados, you're in Barbados.
Yeah, Dream Thief, they don't tend to disappear on you like that. Anyway, whatever that joke was, it's now been murdered and brutalized to the point where dental records can't identify it.
Not to mention we've bludgeoned comrades' statements over the head like a whack-a-mole to keep our own conversation going.
yes,
Yeah, but like, who cares about it?
yeah, no, who cares?
Ooh,
So
touchy, touchy.
so learn. No, like nobody cares about me.
I'm glad you
Are
understand.
you expecting us to argue with that?
No, I was stating it as a fact.
And we're helping you underline and highlight and bold and star your point.
Yes, thank you.
Anyway,
See, we do care about you.
Anyway, I know for sure it's on hard mode. So if this guy dies,
Wait, it is?
yes.
It is.
did you change it off of hard mode?
It's on hard mode.
I mean,
I actually cycled it twice just to be sure. Lucy, you're such a good girl. You're 5 years old now.
how did I pick up a rotten flesh?
I can't believe she's 5 years. I've had her for about 4 1/4. I can't believe she's 5 years old. I can't believe I've had a dog for 4 years.
I had a conversation earlier today when I was playing Jenga with the kids. They were like, "You're really good at Jenga," and I'm like, "I've been playing it for longer than either of you have existed." And they're like, "How long?" And I did the math, and I was like, "Well, I think I probably played Jenga or board games in general for the first time when I was like 5."
But have you played
So-
Flashlight Jenga?
And then my mom was
Have
like,
you played-
"No, you were 3."
Have you played
then I
Earthquake
went-
Jenga?
No, I
Played
have not.
what?
It's called like Jenga Quake or something like that.
Mm.
It's a Jenga board, but it's Jenga, but it sits on this little board that sometimes rumbles. It's battery operated and stuff like
No,
that.
see, Flashlight Jenga is like the OG. So a big heavy-duty mag light back in the day when mags were very popular.
Mm-hmm.
Mags are
You
great.
could, if you were very careful about how you took the sleeve of the box off of the Jenga, you could get it to set up on the larger lens side of the flashlight, while the bottom narrower side of the flashlight sat on a table pointing up. And we actually got about 6 or 7 rounds before it fell over.
Neat.
I had much steadier hands and so did my dad back in that day. And there were 4 of us playing to get those 6 or 7 rounds. We thought we were
Nice.
so cool, except my dad, who was calm and cool, and the rest of us were like jumping around. hooting and hollering.
Yeah, but have you ever pulled off the move where you just rip out the middle piece and the tower sort of just falls down without falls down an entire level without tipping over? Because I've done that. I can do that.
I'm not dumb enough to try it.
But I've never tried it.
You pull that move.
You're not setting anyone else up by doing that. You're just making a power move.
That's
it cost you the game.
It's called Jenga, and it's all about the power moves.
The guy who rides the motorcycle properly can cross the country. The guy who rides the motorcycle and tries to make a power move in front of the cute girl does not make it across the country. He dies.
That reminds me of the...
Fairness, that happens to the guy that just rides it normally, too.
Yeah, he ride it enough.
And,
you know...
Boy, you drive a car enough, too.
You drive your You drive your motorcycle around enough, eventually you're going to hit that leaf that sends you careening off the side of the road.
Yeah, Leif Erikson's always doing that to people.
Happy Leif Erikson Day!
Is it?
I don't think so.
Oh, that'd be well timed. Some of the best accidental timing ever.
Is there even a Leif Erikson Day?
When is Leif Erikson Day?
Is there even?
It's not a real thing. No.
Oh. It's not a real thing. It immediately discovers it's a real thing.
Remembering the explorer credited with bringing the first Nordic people to America around the year 1000. To find out more, look for the link in your Google Home or Google Assistant app.
You know, there's been like a lot of...
Leif Erikson Day.
Apparently there's...
Living alive? I thought that was a joke made up by SpongeBob.
Nope. And
Apparently not.
Nor it didn't say the U.S. or the Canada celebrates it. It says the Nordic countries celebrate it. So it's not some U.S. thing like Columbus Day is. Which is ironic because he didn't land in the United States anyway.
It's also ironic because they're trying to get rid of it, but that's another conversation for a different day.
I mean, I don't care what they do with it.
Next time I lose this villager, I'm gonna need to replace the.
Is it working?
Yeah, no, it's working perfectly. It was a weird fluke where he took mode for no reason.
Yeah,
and then despawned, and then despawned. And
when I'm building auto farms and stuff, I've had the YouTubers say before that you may need to cycle it to get it to work properly, instead of just moving it from normal to hard.
Well, it's a weird bug that he despawned in peaceful for no reason.
Yeah, that's a weird bug. Weird bug. Amongst
because I know he
had weird.
He was totally named. He was totally named. And despawned. Anyway, I now have it correct. When you walk in the door, Zombody once told me is now to the left, and Zawoldo is gonna rule me is now to the right.
You know, there's something wrong with somebody. Start naming stuff like that.
Oh, please, there were...
Why didn't this work?
What?
Oh
the
my...
name tags didn't?
And, like I'm supposed to. And for some reason, he continued to level.
Continued to what?
He leveled.
He broke the farm again.
The farm...
Build something simple like what Jub has, or was supposed to have operating in his thing.
It is incredibly simple.
Is it a single piston simple?
Yes, it's a single piston simple.
How did you mess this up?
I have no idea. Okay, so he sits on a minecart so that... He sits in a minecart so that the other zombie cannot enter his space. Yeah.
So maybe the entity stuff is what's causing problems, because entities can cause
killed this.